think of your client or a customer as embarking on a journey, and you are helping that client to navigate that journey better. So all the elements that you may have in your presentation, some technical solution, diagnosis, an approach that you used, feature, partnership, implementation, all of them individually do not really fit, do not make sense. But they all start fitting together when you put the client's business need, and which is what you've been like hearing throughout the day. So I'm just, one more addition to that note, which is actually good because all of you are kind of getting the same messages throughout the day. What I'm going to give you, of course, is a small framework to try and tell this in a better way. So what you need to do is think of the client as embarking on a journey. Typically, a problem situation is called as a gap situation where the client is in X and he wants to go to Y, and you're trying to help them to go from X to Y, whether it's increasing revenues, reducing cost, improving customer retention, whatever, right? So ultimately, you're trying to help a client solve some business problem. Now, this concept of a journey is very, very old in storytelling, and there is a very famous framework known as the hero's journey in storytelling, propounded by a guy called Joseph Campbell, literature prof, enunciated that in the 1950s. It's used a lot in storytelling in the movies, but when you look at it like this, it seems too esoteric. Threshold, guardians, supernatural aid. It's not really made for business. So what we have done is converted this into a business simple framework. To introduce that framework to you, one more quiz, last quiz of the day, hopefully. I'm going to show you a picture and you need to tell me which movie and which song. Bollywood quiz. All right? Yes. सात समंदर from? अरे ये क्वेश्चन पूछो ना सर, ये पाइथागोरस आर्किमिडीज क्या पूछते हो? Ask us these questions. These answers are available as a amazing. Yeah, this is Saat Samandar Par from Vishwatma. Yes, and now you must be wondering what is a 1990s random song doing in a session on storytelling. So it's a very, very silly and bad reason, but bear with me. So the frameworks that I'm going to introduce to you is known as the 7 C's framework. The 7 C's, Saat Samandar. Amazing, right? Amazing. Like, please, thank you. So, very bad, very, very bad. But you'll remember it. You'll remember it like that. So what are the 7 C's? The 7 C's are the journey that your client is taking, starting with the context, which is the situation before the change, then a change or a disruption. And a lot of you guys were talking about changes that are happening, right? And so change is basically that, which is external events influencing your client, partner, audience into facing a conflict or a problem. So finally, here's where the problem comes into the picture. So you're kind of identifying this is a problem that you need to solve and this is always a business problem. This is not a technical problem. So this is where the business problem is defined. Now, in solving this business problem, there will be challenges. Some of those will be technical challenges. Some may not be. Some may be UI challenges. Some may be customer psychology challenges. You may not be in a place to solve all of them, but whatever are the challenges that are up to you, you will counter those challenges using your skills as data scientists, data experts. Finally, there's hopefully a happy ending, a conclusion, which is a solution to your problem and which is a conclusion. Now, all of this is, of course, a good story to say, okay, here is what happened. Imagine you're pitching this to somebody that, karte hain, let's now do this. You can't leave it at this. You need them to actually act, right? A lot of people are saying action needs to be at the end of it, which is a 7th C, a call to action. They say, okay, all of this is fine. Now let's go ahead and sign up. Let's do this. Let's do a pilot. Let's take one small problem and try and solve it, right? So that's the 7 C's framework.